I now turn the program over to Lindsey.
Thank you, Dean Stevens. My Loyolan journey began when I was 14 years old. It was my first spring break of high school, and I was living it up. Well, really, I was with my family, traveling across the East Coast and Midwest of the United States. All 6 of us packed in a rented red minivan, going on college visits for my older sister. Before we arrived in Chicago, my family and I must have toured 14 different campuses already. If I heard, "I'm gonna walk backwards, so let me know if I'm gonna run into anything," one more time from an eager, super smiley tour guide, I was officially going to lose my mind. And then, the metamorphic, extraordinary part of the story. The tale as old as time. The answer to the question, "Why did you choose Loyola, Lindsey?" that I've been truthfully giving throughout these last 4 years. The answer? My first time visiting the campus, something clicked. Something told my high school freshman self loud and clear, this is the place for you. This is your place. And as I have continued saying for the past 4 years, thank God that I listened to that something. As a student, I've described Loyola as the happiest place on earth, better than Disney World, and my favorite place in the whole universe. I have been asked numerous times if I get paid by the university to speak so highly of it. And unfortunately, monetary payment was never part of the deal. Nonetheless, I truly meant all the compliments I was giving and continue to give to my school, Loyola University Chicago. What makes Loyola so remarkable? Was it the 4 months I spent abroad at the John Felice Rome Center? Was it the unbelievably vibrant student section at each basketball game? And yes, I attended them all when I could, and I wish I could have seen the 2021 team play in person. What a remarkable year they have had. Was it the way I saw students holding doors for others, or chasing after someone else to return the mitten they unknowingly dropped behind them in the snow? Was it the way Professor Russell Rhodes gave an impromptu tour to my younger sister and her friend, simply because we ran into him on campus? Or was it the way that somehow everyone knows everyone, or at least knows their roommate? Yes, all of these things are what make Loyola the best place in the world. But what makes Loyola remarkable can be explained by a quote that is only visible if you're sitting on the Schreiber steps, the place where I'd eat my tofu plate from Lou's each afternoon between classes. This quote states that a Jesuit education shows you how to give back to others and how to be an ethical person and still succeed at what you do. Loyola Chicago is remarkable because it fulfills this quote. It delivers on this promise that it makes to its students. Specifically as a Quinlan student, I learned how to use Microsoft Excel pivot tables from Professor Carolyn Comet, how to construct the perfect balance sheet from Professor Kenton Foudy, who also told us that once you're my student, you're always my student, and offered his help for us in the future. Additionally, Professor Amy Kaihaus explained why understanding different personalities can be used to motivate and unite members of a group. But I also learned ethics, morals, and how to look out for others in all of my courses. My accounting classes would speak about environmental sustainability. My information system courses would discuss how to fairly and kindly treat future employees. The Quinlan School of Business did not just teach me how to be a good, successful business person. It taught me how to be a good person. If you saw me on campus any semester before the pandemic that began in spring 2020, you would absolutely see a girl running from class to class or running late to a sorority event or off to a Christian Life Community Council meeting or speed walking to my shift at the Loyola preschool, books in her hands and a 50-pound backpack on her shoulders. But I am thankful for the time I've been able to reflect during my final 2 semesters at Loyola. I spent my first 3 years at Loyola building the perfect college experience, and now, during my 4th and final year, I've gotten to sit back and be grateful for all that I have built. The people at Loyola really are some of the brightest, kindest, funniest people you will ever meet. The professors really do care. The staff at Damon Dining really mean the bright smile they give to you each morning you go to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There are plenty of places to study marketing or finance or information systems, but here at Loyola, you get a little more. More professors who actually remember your name. More genuine friendships. More diverse opportunities. More smiles while walking through the Damon Student Center. More care for the greater world. More meaning. More appreciation for the space that you take up in the world and the duty you have to improve it. My Loyolan journey began when I was 14 years old, but I know that I will continue to give back to others and still succeed at what I do long after I leave campus. I know that my Loyolan journey will continue with me wherever I go, wherever next I decide to set the world on fire. I would now like to introduce Joshua Nance, who is receiving a degree in Masters of Business Administration and who will share some remarks on behalf of the Quinlan graduate student community.
Thank you, Lindsay.